There is a mysterious ritual that dates back thousands of years. No living creature has survived it, except the penguin.
Penguins are mysterious creatures. They love, they protect, and they dance. And most importantly, they wrestle. Surf's Up 2 takes everything you know about surfing in the title and just makes it not surfing. It's a big twist. But the biggest twist is how this movie cost me $20 and stole my money, so now I gotta keep the lights on. Dang! You see how those boys just got murked by that badass ogre? They would have been fine if they had some wrestling moves from Triple H the Penguin. Oh, hi there. What am I playing, you ask? Well, it's Raid Shadow Legends, only the hottest new RPG on smartphone. Introducing Raid Shadow Legends. Playing Raid is the most immersive experience you'll find on a smartphone, and it can only be compared with the biggest PC and console titles. And the game is totally free. It has all the features you'd expect from a brand new RPG title: amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. I mean, look, they look so cool, oh my god! Raid's special launch tournament is happening right now, and it's getting big real fast. So go to the description of this video, download Raid through my super special secret link to get 50,000 silver. You'll also be automatically entered into their special launch tournament where you can compete with other players for in-game prizes and physical prize packs. Winners will get them delivered straight to their house. Good luck and have fun. Now, Surf's Up 2. It's a movie. It's a thing that exists. I adored the first movie a lot. If you don't even know what Surf's Up is, it's a 2007 documentary horror about surfing penguins. The main penguin guy was named Cody, and he was so cool and so awesome for one simple reason. He was voiced by Shia LaBeouf, the god himself.
What's up, man? I'm Cody.
And you're what, 14, 15 years old?
17 years of age.
The true savior of the world, voiced by a surfing penguin in 2007, and we all slept on him. Now, 10 years later, 10 years after the peak Shia role, we got Surf's Up 2, and there's no longer Shia LaBeouf voicing this penguin. Now it's Jeremy Shada, who you might know as the voice actor of Finn from Adventure Time. Now, Jeremy, he is a phenomenal actor. Like, he's a really good voice actor. He's absolutely amazing, and I support every single role he's in. But since I grew up watching Surf's Up with Shia as Cody, that's all I want to hear come out of that beak.
First, I have a question for you.
I'm sorry, Jeremy, but I need my Shia LaBeouf. I need my Shia. Surf's Up 2 is a 2017 Please God Help Me I'm Bleeding movie starring many talents from the WWE, lending their voices to very buff penguins for some very odd reason. I think I might be the only soul on earth that knows they made a sequel to Surf's Up. Please, if you share my knowledge and pain, let me know. I need someone to relate to. I tried looking this movie up and the Wikipedia doesn't even know what it's about. The website that can tell you what animals have fake diplomas, fascinating article by the way, I highly recommend it, can't even tell you what Surf's Up 2 is about. All the description reads is Cody Maverick, Lana Al-Khalai, Chicken Joe, and Take Evans team up with Hang 5 in a journey to the mysterious surf spot to ride a 50-foot world wave. I mean, that's simple, at least, I guess, but like, there's 84 minutes. There's 84 minutes in this movie, so there has to be a movie here, right? Right? So I tried watching it 10 times. I tried watching this movie 10 times all the way through without getting insanely bored or passing out from dehydration because this movie is so dry. On the 11th time, I finally got through it thanks to some handy dandy tools of just prying my eyes open, old Clockwork Orange style. And what is this movie like? What's the gist? What are my thoughts, dude? Dude, holy crap, I think I need a shower. This movie is literally just the first movie, but with wrestlers and less licensed music, less A-list celebrities. The only one that showed up is John Hader from the first movie, who plays Chicken Joe, who, yeah, maybe he's like the best character ever made, but he's the only one that came back. So yeah, this movie is just the first, but less. It's like the vegan version of Surf's Up, but with wrestlers. How do they even get their protein? So why should I even try talking about it? I should just make the exact same video like I did for my first one. Not even change the name. Let me just make the same random Lion King game reference too. Haha, remember that Lion King game? Oh, the movie starts just like the first, with a shot of Cody doing his surfing. But instead of the nostalgic Green Day or Incubus, it's just a royalty-free action song. Y'all bumping that copyright-free track 7? Oof, it's so hot. This movie contains the same mockumentary style as the first, but this time around it's much more static and stilted. The first movie would replicate handheld movements of cameras so perfectly, but the second is too low budget to do that again, so every shot is static and boring. It never moves. The camera barely moves for anything, even the action shots. You can tell why I was so bored. The first 6 minutes are a long, overdrawn out joke about Cody plugging himself with a sponsor. Ignore that. And then we meet Chicken Joe, who is just relaxing after default winning the big competition from the last movie. See, there was like this big old arc with actual character development and plots in the first movie, and they're sort of trying to continue that in this movie, but they don't. They just don't. They kind of give up. Basically, the movie is just a hangout movie, which is kind of funny since the main new group is called Hang 5. Get it? We meet the main wrestler penguins, Triple H, John Cena, Undertaker, Mr. McMahon, and Paige. They all just make quips for an hour.
What about a squid on a stick?
Squids? On sticks?
I love impaled food.
Oh yeah, I'll try anything.
Oh yeah? Well, I've tried everything. Twice. Whatever gnarly stuff you can eat, I can eat twice as much. Twice as fast.
Jeez, Hannah, why do you always have to be so competitive?
And you never actually see if they're characters or not. Mr. McMahon talks about milk a lot because he really likes milk.
A brave man builds his house on an ocean of milk.
He wants to drink milk from a fish udder, apparently, which gives me PTSD to Barnyard. The Hang Five tell Cody about this place called the Trenches, which is an excuse for the movie to go somewhere with a lot less life and full of just one kind of texture. That's a very smart move on the movie's part, Galaxy Brain, to save money. Cody has a moment with John Cena where he's carving his board, which pretty much destroys this entire character arc from the first movie. Okay, I need to pause myself real quick. I'm seriously deeply analyzing Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania. What has my life become? Have I broke? Is this my reality? Is Surf's Up 2 too beautiful for me to comprehend? Or should I stay blind to the truth? Someone please help. Around the 54-minute mark, John Cena says his thing, the famous thing that he always says.
Now, you can't see me.
I think I broke my legs. I didn't touch my legs, I didn't move, but somehow the bone shattered while witnessing that go down in the movie. Eventually, the Hang Five and Cody get closer and closer in the movie, until they talk about the Trenches, which is this big cool thing that the Hang Five want to, surf. It's like supposed to have this lightning wave thing that is gonna be really cool and really green. That's how they're really upping the ante for this movie. They want to ride literal lightning, all McQueen style. Ka-chow. Ka-chow, dude. Ka-chow. Cody doesn't surf with them initially, but Tank does. And Cody saves his life for a moment, just like the first movie. Yeah, they kind of just redo a bunch of the points from the first movie. Literally, if I replace the footage from the first one, could you even tell the difference? Because I'm doing it right now. Did you even notice the difference? It's impossible to tell. Eventually, everyone is saved, and the movie just kind of ends in the most awkward cut imaginable.
Okay, that's a wrap on this episode of Are They Still Cool? Surf Edition. And cut.
Yeah, that was unedited. It just wow. And that's Surf's Up 2. There isn't really a plot. You see how I didn't really describe any of the plot? That's because there isn't any. They just hang out for an hour and 20 minutes until they want to do something big, and then they get sad, and then they get happy. There's nothing in this movie. This movie isn't awful though. Even though I've done nothing but insult the movie this entire video, it's not an awful movie. The only thing I don't like about it is that there isn't really a point to it. There's a couple good jokes, but that's it. The first movie is incredible. It's special and rare. It has such a charming feel to it, and the animation is spectacular for its time. And now this drops and just acts like there's still a fan base for Surf's Up. It just came out without warning, like it needed to launder money, and I'm so confused. Back in the day, Scooby-Doo would do this exact kind of thing, where they'd have a crossover with famous sports stars and have a massive special. The difference though is that Scooby-Doo is an amazing property with massive longevity. It was a show that could afford crossovers for people to be like, huh, well that happened. So why was this movie made? Watching it, it seems like it could have really worked as an introduction to a spin-off TV show. It has the exact same kind of budget feel as a tiny CGI kids show, so why not go that route? Why wrestling? It's not like wrestling has a major effect on the movie besides making the designs look weird as hell. I mean, look at John Cena. His legs are so tiny. It's just so hard to understand why this movie exists. Apparently, this was the WWE's idea first. They approached Sony with the idea and wanted to make it because Surf's Up had a fun vibe, because it's sportsy, and just what? It's almost like humans didn't even watch the first one. The first movie is about setting a goal for yourself and becoming your own idol after someone passes the torch onto you. It's about friendship, and honestly, it's really funny at times.
Surf! Come on!
Z, don't play with me, Z. We're surfing?
Yeah! Yes!
There's a weird sense of lore and story in the Surf's Up world where it actually seems like people are living in it as an ecosystem. There's an actual story, actual things happen. In the second, there's like 8 living souls on screen, and they avoid you thinking about that by taking it to the weirdest and ugliest setting with no life whatsoever. Anyways, this is a movie that exists. It's a wrestling surfing penguins movie with no wrestling and 3% surfing. There's a sea lion otter that drinks milk and imagines it's fish milk.
You better believe I'm gonna pretend I'm sucking it from a fish's udder.
And I think I need an aspirin. I hope they make this into a subpar cartoon show, or at least make a sequel with a crossover to Elite Counter-Strike players, since it seems like the sky's the limit at this point with what they want to do with this franchise. Good luck, Surf's Up. You've surfed well. Hang 10, dude.